So for stamping, you're going to want to use tape to tape your paper down to one of the messy papers. This is one of 3 activities we're going to start off with. You're going to use these for unlocking the printmaking center. We have actually a couple rolling stamping tools. I chose the koi fish. You're going to need to grab a rolling stamping tool and also a brayer, which is the other rolling tool, and you use that to spread the ink around. Take your ink and make a thin line across the top of your ink plate. I'm going to show you what that looks like now. There it is. And then you're going to use the brayer to roll the ink around. And here's why. If you use the stamp making tool to roll the ink around in the tray, when you first put it down, all of the little creases or cuts in the stamp making tool are going to fill up with ink and it's going to make a mess. The brayer is going to help you smoothly spread the ink across the tray so that it goes across your stamp making tool a little bit more evenly and consistently. So I'm rolling that now. And sorry my arm's in the way, but the reason that it is because you really want to apply a good amount of pressure when you're rolling this tool across the tray. And keep checking it. Oh, wow, that's really bad. Sorry, guys. I'll work on that for later. Keep checking it, though. You want to keep checking it to make sure that the ink is spread all across the tool. Otherwise, you're going to get these big gaping holes in your stamp making. All right, there's my elbow, still spreading. And I'm going to get to a point where I realize that I'm going to need a little bit of help. Nope, not there yet, though. Still pushing, still pressure. I'm going to check it again. Trying to get that ink spread across my stamp as much as possible. Rolling it through. Now you're probably asking yourself, why don't I add more ink? Well, if I get too carried away with the ink, then it's going to get all jammed up inside and I'm going to lose the fish. I'm going to lose little details that are cut in the stamp roller. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a paintbrush and I'm just going to scoop up some of that ink and apply it with a paintbrush to the parts where it just wasn't catching. And that could be for any reason. It could be because of the age of the roller, the amount of uses it's been through. So to solve that problem, I'm just adding with a little bit with a paintbrush. And now I've got a pretty good spread across my roller. Now, the pressure when you actually apply the ink to paper with a roller is much lighter than rolling it through the ink to collect the ink. And as you can see, it's much slower. And I'm just going to go one time across for each row that I lay the ink. And that's it. There's my cute little fish.